Now, Way 31 Storm Tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 Triple Doppler.
I have to admit, I'd forgotten the name, but as soon as I saw him in that video, it's like, yeah, I've seen him on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
extremely popular.
Very popular character.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah, always.
Well, we are dealing with some rain this morning, but it's getting out of the way. Today, however, is a very, very back and forth day. So you know how they always say in the South, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Well, I think they named that phrase after today. We're seeing this heavy rain, and it is truly torrential downpours stretch south and east of I-59. It'll be out of the way south and into Georgia, I would say within the next 30 to 45 minutes at the absolute latest. That rain is heavy, it's torrential, but it's getting out of the region. The rest of us are seeing a whole lot of cloud cover, but 518 on your Friday, we're also starting to see some pockets of clearing already take shape in the Tennessee Valley. That will continue through the early part of the morning. This rain moves southeast, gets out of the way. Then we see a mix of clouds and clear sky. At that point, clouds and sunshine for the very early part of the morning before it turns into just sunshine from breakfast time all the way through lunch. My advice to you would be get outside at that point and take advantage of that sun. We will see clouds and rain return as we move towards dinner time tonight. Now, I want to be very, very clear with you, so please hear me on this. This future radar model is showing more rain than what I am expecting us to see. However, I would rather over prep you than under prep you. Tell you it's just going to drizzle and it ends up being a lot more than that. But please take this with a grain of salt. We are not going to see quite this amount of rain, but we will see rain and storms this evening. Okay, so we start to see some rain and a few embedded pockets of heavier downpours around dinner time tonight. That lasts with us through the overnight hours, and embedded within there are a few thunderstorms that could bring hail. Now, when we spoke at this point yesterday, we had a severe weather risk because of that hail. New this morning, we no longer do. That's good news. However, it means that we're seeing less hail, so not as much of it, but also what develops will be smaller. It does not mean that we're going to be hail free. We keep this in through the overnight hours into the wee hours of the morning, and it remains true that all of this is out of the way shortly after sunrise on Saturday. We'll maintain very early cloud cover Saturday morning, but by the afternoon, the sunshine has returned. Right now, it's of course cloudy. The roads for many of us are still soggy after that line of rain moved through, and temperatures are sitting in the upper 50s and low 60s. Of course, it is very, very windy as we move outside first thing this morning. Our high temperature will make it into the upper 60s, well above average, but a smidge cooler than we were yesterday, about 6 to 8 degrees or so. And we're going to continue to see these temperatures drop, all because what's moving through tonight, the rain, the few storms, and the little bit of hail, is a cold front. It drops our temperatures tomorrow down to the mid 60s, and it continues to drop high temperatures through the middle of the week. However, what you're really going to notice is what it does to your early morning temperatures. We're fine tomorrow morning, but when you wake up Sunday, we're just above the freezing mark. When you wake up Monday and Tuesday, we're into the mid and low 20s. We're back to dripping the faucets so the pipes don't burst, bringing the pets inside, making sure you're avoiding cool-related fatigue or illness, and making sure your pets are inside. We haven't had to think in that headspace in a couple weeks now, but we're going to have to go right back to it for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday mornings. The good news is it does not last forever. Yes, we're chilly. Your Monday high temperature is only 38 degrees, but take a look at Wednesday afternoon. We're already up to 60, warming up nicely and maintaining those above average temperatures to close out the 10-day forecast.
Not bad at all. Nobody's complaining about that 10-day.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Grace.